Good. Good morning. Hi. How are y'all? Hold on.
Careful.
Something is a lie. Oh my god. Scroll slow. Slow, slow scroll. Slow. There we go. Fixed it. Hi, Shakespeare. It's coffee and tea. Hi. Chaz gets to decide when the numbers reset. Sometimes they reset. Sometimes they do not reset.
Just one of the many perks of Chaz's job, deciding when the numbers reset.
Special reset numbers button that he can press at any time when he decides the numbers are too high. Morning, everyone. So after having really needed to do it for a long time, Mal set up the humidifier in the bedroom last night. Like, it hasn't really bothered me, but I have been aware that, like, it's too dry in the house.
It's been staticky.
Yeah, it has. And that doesn't necessarily solve the problems out here, but at least it'll solve it in the bedroom. So, did that help?
My throat hurts less today, because I woke up yesterday with a scratchy throat. And I was like, oh, it's because it's too dry in here. I should finally just turn on the humidifier and get it set up.
Yeah.
And then shortly before bed, Josh was like, hey, who has a good humidifier recommendation? And I was like, oh, this is what we use. And then I was like, I should set that up. So I did. But I had a hard time sleeping because I have sinus stuff now.
I've used Static Guard before. It does work. You can also... something. You can also make your own. I forget what's in it.
Vinegar. White vinegar.
Yeah, it's like a water and vinegar mixture, I think. The static spray probably smells better. Anyway, yeah, so you're feeling... yeah. I don't feel bad.
I took a Sudafed, and that's honestly my only problem, so it'll probably just clear up in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't feel bad, so... I hope you're not sick, because I will probably...
Me too.
I'll probably inevitably get sick if you're sick, but I don't feel sick. I'm tired. I didn't sleep very well. I woke up in the middle of the night and never fell back asleep. But, like, aside from that, I feel fine. Let's read alerts. Where's my mouse? Oh, the keyboard has to be on. 39 months from Tokanute. 59 months from Penguin Frog. 44 from Skanor. 23 from Guy Extronaut. 11 from Retro Liz. 300 bits from Valix Butterfly says, good morning, grandparents in chat. I had a chest port put in yesterday, and let me just say, it hurts. I thought I'd be able... Sorry, Kepler had something important to say. I thought I'd be able to go to work today, but that's a no. It's going to make treatment easier, but damn, I didn't realize it was going to be this painful. Good vibes.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it's that bad.
Yeah, I'm glad it's going to make treatment easier, but like, pain sucks, right? No matter what. So, I hope that maybe the pain like subsides after a little time. I hope so, for your sake. But regardless, good vibes. I hope things get a little bit more palatable in that department, because that sounds rough, and then to hear what it sounds like, and then you say, not only does it sound rough, it is rough. I hate that for you. So good vibes. We got 15 months from Amaya May, 53 from Xena Fantasy, 61 from Vegetable Sorbet, 64 from PK Magical, 52 from Fries Pikachu. Vegetable Sorbet also gifting 3 subs to Shane Savage, Asher Kuhn, and Ash the Washter. Sorbet, thank you. We got 300 bits from Scatman Scabadop with William Shakespeare. The Billy.
The Billy emote.
The Billy emote. 27 months from Zach Lumberjack. 300 bits from Cascadea says, good morning, Stephen Mouse. Shout out to my son Tucker. Today is his 10th birthday, and he got his first gaming PC.
Happy birthday to Tucker.
Happy birthday, Tucker. 10 is a cool age. I remember that very vividly because I remember getting to double digits and being like, I got 2 digits. Which is generally how long most humans make it to, is 2 digits. Very few humans make it to 3, so like you're there. You got to the 2 digits. The other reason it was such a big thing in my mind is I mean, everyone's like parenting is different, but like I wasn't allowed to stay home by myself until I was 10. It's like at 10 you can stay home by yourself, and you don't need a babysitter, right? So I remember that being like a big deal. And it wasn't like an exciting thing, it was just like boring. Because you're not gonna have like a wild party or something when you're 10. You're just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna play more Super Nintendo or whatever. Anyway, tell Tucker to enjoy his gaming PC. That's awesome. I love that. I really love that. Getting into, I mean, specifically like PC gaming at that age is very, very cool. We got 32 months at Will Peters. Jay Lineback gifted a sub to With One Last Breath and I Curse Zoidberg. I love that. 300 bits from Action Cat says, morning, grandparents. Today is my birthday, and I'm super excited for it.
Happy birthday to you, too.
Double birthdays. You and Tucker. Remember on your birthday to treat yourself extra kind. I mean, you should always treat yourself kindly. And I know that not everyone's super great at that, and I'm speaking about myself, but especially on your birthday. Something.
Ariel is 16 today, too, Jade says.
Happy birthday, Ariel. 16.
Right?
Now that can't be right.
Yeah, it is.
Because if that's true, that means I'm old. Oh no. What year was that? That was 2018? It was 2018 that we did Make-A-Wish, right? Yeah, that's it. Yep. Wow. How can 6 years go so quick? That can't be right.
It's right.
What? Well, happy birthday to Ariel. Multiple birthdays. Yeah, the audacity of time. The audacity of time. Brandon says 2018 being 6 years ago. Oh no, 1990 was 10 years ago, and 2018 was 2 years ago. No lies detected. The thing you said is factually correct. I'm not willing to fact check it.
1600 bits from Jacebook who says, in honor of Ariel's birthday. Thank you for that.
Oh, what did I do? Did I make things worse? No, it's not worse.
I went and washed mine with soap this morning, and it's
fully better.
I don't know if it's any better.
I usually wash my glasses every night before bed.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, I shouldn't say wash. I should, like, rinse them off with water.
Why is your tail puffy?
What did you see?
He went in there, and then he went in there, and then he went in there, and then he went in there.
Little raccoon cat.
Hey, you.
What caused you a stir?
Come here.
I don't know what happened. He must be hunting.
Jay Linebex's Moon is 30% off on Steam right now.
Oh. Well, neat. Get it. Get it and try to let Onion Games know that we would play the other ones. I don't know what the odds of them ever
Yeah.
localizing the other ones are, but...
They just did a survey and I suggested that. Come here, you.
Come here.
Come on.
Come on. Please pay attention. Oh my god.
If he crosses over here, I'll lift him. Oh, you're gonna lift him. Come here. Move!
When he does the little, like, I'm gonna jump, and then he, like, looks over to the side and gets distracted, and then he keeps doing that. Why were you so puffed before? What was the purpose of the puff? Anyway, welcome to the couch. 25 months from Starlight Rose VT, 49 months from Night Owl 20, 39 months from Jay Jennings, 38 from The Andrew Show, and subscription from Dead Gray Man.
Welcome.
Welcome. Very chill morning. I think it's because I'm still kind of like, eh. And I know that I will have to lay down.
Yeah.
There's some breakfast streams where I'm like, all right, I'm fine. And then there's other days where I'm like, I will have to lay down. I'm just a little tired.
An hour before the alarm, a woodpecker attacked our screened-in porch.
Is that what it was doing?
It was the wood on the porch. That's why it echoed the entire house.
So I could not get back to sleep. I woke up around 5:30. 5:45, and I tossed and turned in bed for a little bit, and then I was like, I can't sleep. Mm-hmm. So I got up, and I went downstairs, and I had a glass of water, and sometimes just like changing where I'm at will help. So I laid down in the sunroom, and by that point, there was already, it wasn't like light out, but it was like kind of starting to get light. So I was like, all right, this is fine. It's not like super bright. I laid on the couch, or the chase or whatever down there, and I waited, and I was real tired. Like, my body's like, you're real tired, your eyes are real tired, tired, and I'm just laying there, and I'm not falling asleep.
Give me the bird.
And I'm like, this is fine. So I flip over on my side, and like, I'm just about to sleep. I'm just about feeling myself asleep when I hear dun 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 dun, and I'm like, the cat is coming. The cat is on his way to investigate.
He's very loud.
He's not quiet. And then I hear him, like his presence off to the side of me, and then it's, you know, he wants to eat. And I'm thinking, no, you don't get to eat right now. So I'm laying there trying not to move, because if I move, he'll know I'm awake. So he knows that I'm there, so he goes over and stands next to the window and does the and I'm like, don't move. It's like the scene in Jurassic Park where the dinosaurs there. Yeah. I'm like, I can't move. I just have to let this pass. So I'm just sitting there, and he does that for like 5 to 7 minutes. And then he gives up, and he's like, oh, I guess he's asleep. And then he jumps up and cuddles with me. And I'm like, oh my God. But then, of course, it's the same thing. Like, now that he's cuddling with me, I can't move, because if I wake up, he'll be like, ah, you are awake. Now you have to feed me. So I'm laying there. I'm trying not to move. Everything's cool. It takes a good bit of time, like 20 minutes, and I'm like, all right. I think I'm going to drift off. I'm finally going to fall back asleep. And then I hear, "Brrr!" And like, my first thought is, what on earth is that? And it's like 2 minutes go by. And I'm like, maybe it was in my head. And then it's like, "Brrr!" There was a woodpecker. And the woodpecker continued to peck wood, but at intervals of like 2 to 3 minutes. So I'd be laying there and like, oh, is he done? Am I I'm calm? Everything's good? Okay. And at some point the cat was like, screw this. This isn't comfortable. So yeah, I didn't get back to sleep. That's my story.
When you were talking, he was just looking at you.
Yeah. He, you sweet boy. Anyway,
You're gonna take a nap today?
I'm gonna take a nap today. I worked really hard yesterday. I got some vlogs done, and they're just complicated as heck. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to be making some progress on that front. So at the end of the stream, don't let me forget to give you a vlog. Although I think I have it scheduled for 10, so I shouldn't forget. Probably.
Good.
Probably. We had 500 bits from Dead Gray Man. It says, that's how it all starts. The woodpeckers, then the squirrels. The squirrels don't bother me. Usually, but the woodpecker, I haven't heard a woodpecker in a long time. Mm-hmm. Like this morning was the first time I've heard a woodpecker in like a great deal of time.
They've been visiting the suet feeder.
Are they trying to make a new, bigger hole in the suet feeder?
No, the suet feeder is hanging in a metal basket.
Can woodpeckers be metal peckers?
It was hitting the wood of the screened-in porch. That's what he was after.
That seems like kind of bad, eventually.
I mean, that's how they get bugs out of trees, is they make a hole and then pull the bug out.
There ain't no bug in the porch, though.
There might be.
Oh.
I mean, it's wood. There could be, like, termites.
Don't tell me that. I don't know that I want to think about termites eating up the porch. It's fine. It's probably.
Vagabond says, if it's termites, it's not your problem.
I mean,
we're renting.
That is true. However, if it affected the stability of the porch, and I was on the porch, and the porch fell, that becomes a new, different problem for me.
We can go take a look.
Alex 1A said, what's worse, not being able to go back to sleep for no discernible reason, or for a clearly identifiable reason? I think I would rather be able to identify it. I really hate when I toss and turn, and I'm like, I am tired. Why am I not asleep? Please go to sleep. Please sleep. Please, brain, please sleep. What's going on? And it's not even like my mind is racing and I'm thinking about stuff. I'm just like, I'm laying here. Mind is a void. My eyes are really tired. I'm really tired. Body's tired. Mind's tired. Tired.
See, I took that question to mean, like, if you heard a sound and you didn't know what it was versus a sound you do know what it is. Because the other day, we were in the house and we heard something fall down and we never figured out what it was.
That was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, yesterday I was in my office, and I heard...
I had just gotten out of the shower.
It sounded like someone dropped...
a few things.
A few items, like glass. It sounded like someone dropped, like, glass or something. It didn't shatter, but it was like that same sound.
It was like a clattering of multiple objects.
There was a big sound. And at the time, Kepler was on my lap, and my first thought was, oh, Mal's, like, in the kitchen. And then a second later, I hear Mal say, what was that sound? And I was like, I thought that was you. Are you in the kitchen? And she's like, no, I just got out of the shower. And I'm like, oh. Okay. So then I got up and looked all around the house.
Yeah, we looked all over the house.
I looked in the closets. I looked in all the rooms. The kitchen, the garage. I just looked for some sign that something fell, because it was considerably loud, you know, and there was no anything, nothing. So it was like a very strange sound. I remember Laura says the ice maker. I mean, maybe? I mean, the ice maker makes a specific sound, and this didn't really sound like the ice maker, but I'm willing to just write this off as the ice maker, because, like, I have no idea what it was. It wasn't the neighbors. It was definitely from inside the house.
Yeah.
But
I thought it was in the laundry room based on what I heard.
From where I was, it sounded like it was the kitchen, but...
Anyway. You were closer to the stairs.
Yeah. The other thing is that the house isn't, like, particularly super creaky, but right in front of my office...
And the front door.
Is, like, super creaky. So, anytime I walk to my office or out of my office, the bottom floor makes these terrible sounds, like... But now I've gotten used to it from living here for almost a year. So, like, I know what it sounds like. That was 1600 bits, by the way, from Gold Lighting, who says, how about this sound? If that sound happens in the middle of the night, there is a problem. That should not happen. That means something went wrong. 300 bits from Slick Duke says, it's the ghost of renters past. Soon you'll be visited by 2 more ghosts. Ghost of buyers present and ghost of nursing homes future. I wonder what the past renters would say if they were haunting the house. They would probably be like, we have a lot of kids. We have all these ghost children. I'm sorry that they practically destroyed the house before you moved in. And I would be like, what animals were in here? Because there's just a lot of strange fur and feathers. How many birds? How many birds were in here? That's what I would ask. That's what I need to know. How many birds? There were, yes, this is a true thing. Like when we moved in, the house, as a quick reminder, I think we've told this story. The house wasn't clean when we moved in. And let me back up a step. We came and looked at the house, and it's like, okay, so we're going to get the house, whatever. We signed the lease and everything. Part of the lease is like, the house will be clean. I was like, okay. So they had a set amount of time.
We also pointed out the house wasn't clean, and that was one of the conditions of us, like, moving in.
So we did that, and then when we moved, when it was like move-in day, or it was like day before move-in day or something, and we came back and looked at it again, and like we've never met the landlord. Like this was just a situation of like, you know, a key on the door and we can get in on our own or whatever. So we came in and looked, and like the house hadn't been cleaned, and I was like,
You said you would.
Not clean. I don't know how it's going to get clean in like one day. So, you know, then we sent a message and they're like, oh yeah, it's okay. I'll just take, $300 off your first month's rent. And I was like, I don't think you can clean this home for $300. Like, sorry. I will hire someone. I was like, but it's going to cost more than $300 to clean the home. Because for one, the home is gross. And second off, the home is big. So we had to do the work of finding someone.
We probably should have pushed on that, but
I know.
It's too late now.
We had to do the work of finding someone and getting quotes. And we finally found someone who would do it the cheapest. And the cheapest that it could be done was $450. That was the cheapest person we could find after looking through multiple people.
And they were the cheapest for a reason.
Anyway, I got the landlord to pay that.
Yeah.
I was like, it was $450. Here is a receipt. We looked. We couldn't get anyone to do it for cheaper. And they were like, okay. And that did not count as cleaning the carpet. We had to have professional carpet cleaners come in because the carpet was gross.
Well, they claimed the last tenants had the carpet cleaned, but there was a lot of pet hair.
It wasn't clean.
No,
it was
it wasn't.
very obviously visually not clean. So we had a carpet cleaner do the cleaning, and then I told the landlord, I was like, okay, also this. And they're like, I already paid to have it cleaned.
The last tenants did that.
They're like, the last tenants did that. And I was like, okay, but it's clearly not. It was disgusting. And then it's radio silence. And I was like, okay. Okay. So I ate that cost. And you can push on all of this stuff. But the problem is you have to continually weigh how much money it is versus your time and how much mental capacity it takes to fight it. And those all have different levels. So it has to hit the right levels in order to continue fighting. And especially just moving in, when you have to do the moving itself and then get everything set back up. Shane says, is it the corporate landlord or a person? It's a person, but they own a lot of different properties. Mr. Deathgill says, please, we can't keep talking about landlords. It's too stressful. You're right. We did just talk about this. Let's change to something brighter. With Azalea Town in the style of Final Fantasy IV. Let's talk about something that happened yesterday. Because something very cool happened yesterday. And something very cool is happening right now!
20, give 20, give subs!
Keep forgetting that's an alert now. 20, give subs! An anonymous gifter gifted 20 subs to Sandwich Vamp, Serena Rosetail, Mega Man HX, Guest Spent Sky, Fruit Punch Gator, DZ Isn't Dead, Hot Pocket Snatcher, Waddling D, Kitsukatsu, Jagris 475, Carmine Accidenti, Trey Metal Bolt, Entei 70, Ashley Headwind, Teldon 369, Fire Luigi 64, Strawberry Flavored Chaos, The Jazzy John, Indigo Fox, and TRV SSG Anonymous. Thank you! Very kind. What alerts sounds do we have for the numbers? Is it just 10 and 20?
I think so.
I forget that they exist. I totally forget that they exist. And then when I hear them, I'm like, oh, 10 and 20. I know the 10 one is pretty unhinged, and then the 20 one gets more unhinged. We need them for more amounts. We need one for 30. I can't believe it's 30 subs. You did a 30 subs. Here comes 30 subs. 30 subs. 30 subs. Oh my God, it's 30 subs.
I need more water.
I need alcohol. We got 30. We need 38 months from. Did I say we need 30? We need 38 months. From Cody the Positron. Also, that might have been too much for 30.
Yeah.
I'm realizing now that this scale.
You could just record this on its own as an MP3.
I'm realizing that if that's the 30, we are very screwed on 50. Like, I'm gonna have to hire like a mariachi band to do 100. That's a lot. Oh, anyway, hey. Hey, hold on. Let me show you something. I gotta post it to Mod so we can put it on the internet. Hold on. This. Yes. There you go. Something happened yesterday. Something good. It's this! I got a bicycle. Well, a bicycle with gears that can go up a hill. Since that was the problem. I have a bike. But the bike is a cruiser that has no gears and no handbrakes. So now I have a bike. Now has been on the lookout for a bike for me. Just kind of perusing like Facebook Marketplace. Because I was interested in having a bike and riding, but like I did not want to buy a new bike. I was like, I'm willing to have a bike. Haley, what's it like to have a bike that people are willing to work on? Give me a minute and I'll show the other photo too. I wanted a bike, but I didn't want to pay very much because, like, it's not... I don't need a nice bike. I don't need a nice bike. I just want, like, a bike. Like, normal human bike that I can ride. The problem is, I do need, like, a big bike because I am big man. Mm-hmm. So I needed an XXL bike. And they don't pop up very often. So Mal would send me the listings, be like, hey, this person has one. And sometimes they were far away. And sometimes I would reach out and then the person would have it sold before they got back with me. But yesterday, I managed to get a hold of someone who, like, still had it and was like, do you want to come try it out? And I was like, yes. So I went and I rode it in a parking lot. And I was like, this is great. And the guy who we bought it from worked for Trek, which is a bike company, for like many, many years. And now has retired from doing that and is just doing bike work on the side just for fun as a hobby. He's like, yeah, I sell bikes all the time. He's like, if you need anything, he's like, he said, I offer a 1-year warranty and 1-year maintenance. He's like, if anything's wrong with the bike, he's like, here's my number. You just call me. And, it's like, if you have any questions about anything, he's like, just let me know. I was like, that's very cool. Because we could have wound up with, just, you know, some guy.
Yeah.
Who's like, here's a bike.
Yeah.
But this is a better situation for me. So now if something's wrong, I'll be like, hey, how do it. It's true. Portable Beard says, old retired hobbyists are the best. This guy was, sorry, let me clarify. This guy wasn't, like, old and retired. He was just
like our age.
He was retired from working at Trek. There's a better clarification. He had worked at Trek for many years, was retired from that. I probably shouldn't have used the word retired. He just has a new job. But he still does bike stuff on the side. And, like, clearly bike person.
Yeah.
Like, very clearly bike person. Partially because there's, like, a...
He was like, so what questions do you have about the bike? And we were like, we don't really know what to ask. And he's like, well, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
He taught you how to take off the front tire?
Which was necessary because we had to get it into the back of the car. Yeah. He taught me about some other things on the bike. And he said, the first thing he said was like, the first thing is helmet. He's like, always wear a helmet. And I was like, I can get behind that. I'm planning on that, so we're good. So, yeah, I'm,
I don't remember what the second thing he said was, but the third thing was also helmet.
Yes. Taught me how to use the gears. Mm-hmm. Which, like, I needed to know.
When we got home, I showed you how mine shift, because you had no idea how mine shifted.
Your shift very different than mine.
Yeah. I have drop handlebars. That's why.
Anyway, I have a bike. I don't have a helmet yet, so I'm not going to be riding it quite yet, but I'll try and acquire a helmet within the next few days, and then I can start riding. And that's exciting. That's a good use of... it's a good, like, cardio thing.
I played DDR on Tuesday and went for a bike ride Monday and Wednesday. I went 15 miles Monday and 11 miles on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And my heart rate did not get high enough on Tuesday playing DDR. I stayed like at zone 1 with a little bit into zone 2.
I'm sorry.
So.
You have to... It's one of those things that DDR is hard because your heart rate only gets up if you're doing, like, harder levels.
Yeah.
But if you can't do harder levels...
That's where I'm at. Because, like...
if you don't have the skill yet to do the harder levels, you can't get your heart rate up that high.
Yeah. Because, like, even the songs that I can get full combo, sub 10 great, I can't do them a step more difficult. Yeah, single digit great. I can't increase the difficulty, and even I just fail it.
The trick is, the trick is get good, but the trick is...
I know, I'm working at it.
The trick, honestly, that's actually not a bad idea. As Haley said, move your arms while you do it.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, just to try and get some more exercise. But the trick is to just keep doing songs, vary the songs up. Keep changing the songs and trying harder levels on various songs, because at some point it's going to click.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a song that clicks, and you're going to be like, oh, and you're going to be able to do it. Because the thing is, with how DDR works, there's different, like, types of difficulty, because sometimes the difficulty is in, like... This is hard to explain. Sometimes the difficulty is in, like, the jumps.
Here, let the person who did ballet forever explain it.
Sometimes the difficulty is in, like, the movement around the pad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's in the speed in which the arrows are. So, like, different people are going to grasp different parts of that at different times. So you have to figure out what you're going to grasp.
Yeah.
So I really love the patterns. Like, if there's a very long, like, songs that aren't necessarily, they don't have a lot of jumps, they don't have a lot of, like, offbeat things.
The offbeat thing is what always trips me up right now.
I really like it when...
Anything with jumps and, like, a lot of stream of arrows.
I'll do the expert's description. What is the ballet description that you were going to use?
Well, I mean, when you do ballet, it's, like, you have... Like, I'm blanking on the word I want. Like, when you have a staccato note when you're playing instrument, like a...
Yeah.
It's like that, but ballet. Like, when you're doing very swift, quick movements.
Okay.
It's like enunciating your words, but with your feet. So being able to do things quickly, like, that's something else I struggle with DDR. I'm blanking on the ballet word. Because I am tired and I slept like 4 hours.
The songs that I like...
Enunciating.
You did say enunciating.
I know.
The songs that I like the most are where it's just a constant stream. Like, just a constant stream of like 200 or 300 notes. There's no breaks in between. But it's not... hard. It's not like a
I like
you
that,
have to, like, do
but
this.
I like it with jumps, which is why the 1-2 song was my favorite. The bus stop song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's morning. We can only say that song title on Friday nights.
But when I played at the difficulty I'm at, it's a lot of jumps, because it's like side, and then it's like front, and then it's like the front or the left and the front, and then it's back, and then it switches. There's a lot of jumps on the difficulty I play, and it streams jumps, so there's like a lot of jumps in a row.
Yeah.
I really like that. I'm good at it, but I increase the difficulty and it gets into those half beats and it throws me off.
I think you will get it.
Yeah.
You just need a little endurance versus technical skill. It's the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It's always really interesting for me, and like anyone that's played DDR will understand this, like the idea of like, oh, I can do X level is not really correct, because you might be able to do a level 12, level 15 song or whatever, but you could play a different level 12 or 15 song and it will annihilate you.
Yeah.
And it's just because...
Anytime I see those blue arrows show up, I just panic.
Oh, the half notes?
Yeah, that's why it's the half beats.
Okay. That's not what I'm talking about, because those are still on beat. They're faster, but they're on beat.
Well, that's what throws me off.
Oh, well... There's songs that leave the beat, and those are difficult because your brain has to think about what the song sounds like. I usually don't do super great on those songs the first time through, because I kind of have to know the song.
Yeah.
Because instead of like do, it'll be like do. Like if there's a breakdown in a song, but they put the notes in it. Boom, 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 boom. So at some point, maybe I'll stream DDR. I could do that. We really got on a tangent there. What were we talking about? Scraper bikes? I forgot how we got there. There was a reason we got there. Anyway, we were talking about working out. We're doing exercise. Exercise is good. Exercise is good. Jeff could help me. I have the equipment. It's just a matter of doing it. Haley says, when are we decorating our bikes? I mean, first you need to saw your bike apart. That's the first thing you need to do. I'll talk about that in a second. Let me read the rest of these alerts here. We got 21 months from Capricious Collector. We got 100 bits from the Blue-Haired Cyborg. 300 bits from Genesis. It says, I just spent 23 minutes getting a phone plugged in and turned on. Damn you, PoE. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Can't give subs.
Yeah, I'm realizing that the energy of 10 gift subs and 20 gift subs and 30 gift subs is wildly different.
So I think the ballet term I did want was staccato.
Oh, it was just staccato.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same. Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, there you go. That was 10 gift subs from Dead Gray Man to Bright Halation, Anthony Evie, Ara Knight 95, Straight Out of Ideas, Bystander Tim, Wraithwall 89, Enscav, Breaking Free in 23, Translucid Spartan, and Cork Key. Dead Gray Man, thank you. Appreciate it. And everybody enjoy your gift subs this morning. The thing I was going to talk about, I don't know if we've ever shown Haley's bike. Wait, maybe we did.
We did.
It's on the vlog.
Yes.
It's on the vlog. But I have a photo now of all the bikes together. There's so many bikes in the garage. And actively only one gets ridden. Haley, you have reason to be mad.
We all have different bikes. Brandon does too. His is totally different.
Alright. I posted another photo. This is all the bikes. This isn't all the bikes. This is just 3 bikes. 3 of the 5 bikes. The other 2 bikes don't matter, because the other 2 bikes are the old cruisers that we will probably get rid of at some point.
No one has a mountain bike. Brandon's a step through.
So,
no one has an electric.
Let me go ahead and show this. So on the wall is Mal's on the left.
Mine's red.
Mine's in the middle. And then the far off corner, I know this is like a oddly angled photo, but in the far off corner on the right is Haley's, and it's a recumbent bike. And
I saw a guy on a recumbent yesterday.
Yeah. Haley says, I don't want to be a jerk about it, but it's ableist AF, and recumbent bikes aren't exactly new. So Haley's issue is she got a recumbent bike that will work, but it needs to be shortened because it's too big, and I've seen what needs to be done to the bike, and I'm like, this should be like a very basic procedure. And every time Haley like called different places and was like, I need you to.
I wonder if the guy you bought your bike from could do it.
Maybe he was a very nice guy, so he might, and he works on bikes. But yeah, anytime Haley would call someone and ask, they'd be like, "Oh well, we don't do recumbent bikes." Like, but why? But why wouldn't you do that? It's a bike. It's shaped like a little differently, but it's a bike. I could ask Bike Guy. Haley, if you want me to ask Bike Guy, let me know after show, and I can send him a message and be like, hey.
I mean, I also want him to take a look at mine.
Okay.
Because I need my handlebars rewrapped.
What? Sorry, I didn't. Haley says one place even claimed that they sold it to me, which they didn't. That's wild. What does that even mean? Haley decided that she's just going to do it herself, but if you want me to ask Bike Guy, I will. And if you want Bike Guy to look at your bike, Bike Guy can do all things through Bike, who strengthens Bike Guy. And we can figure out how to facilitate all of those things, but yeah. Oh, okay. Haley says, I got my Bike Guy who sold mine to me. I was going to ask him where he gets his taken care of. Okay. So there's some plans in place. Eventually, we'll be able to like ride our bikes together. I mean, currently that is happening, but it's just you and Brandon, because only you and Brandon have the bikes. Now I have a bike. I need a helmet, but then I have a bike. And then once Haley gets her bike set, she will have a bike. And then the question is, who else is joining into bike time? Dan has a bike. It is just not here.
It might need some work.
I have a feeling it's probably going to need some work, because I think it was left outside for like an extended period of time. And I know Jeff said that he owns a bike. It's just back in Ohio. But like, that's not an impossibility. You know, if you're going up and you have most of your back opened and you can take off the front wheel, like you could do it. Yeah, and the one person in our group that does not know how to ride a bike is Alex. He never learned how to ride a bike, so if he wants to join in bike time, he would have to learn. But like, you can learn. You can always learn. It's never too late to learn anything. Don't let anyone ever tell you that. Some people didn't learn how to swim. Wait, did Alex learn how to swim? I feel like maybe he didn't learn how to swim either. But maybe I'm imagining that. I can't remember. I learned how to swim, but I was like 5. So.
Brandon says, I'm the swimless.
Oh, Brandon is the swimless. No, it's Alex too. Haley says, not officially yet, which I don't love. So Brandon and Alex are the non-swimmers. In fairness, I'm also a non-swimmer, because I don't like water. Water makes me uncomfortable. But do I know how to swim? I do know how to swim. How well? I don't know. Let's not test it.
Brandon, you can tread water though, right? We talked about this, but it was like in the summer when we were going to the pool.
Yeah, I can't be in the ocean for more than 2 minutes. I mean,
the ocean is terrifying.
Do not go
and will destroy you if you are not careful.
Honest to God, don't go into the ocean. Don't like as a concept. Don't go into the ocean. It's bad. But if you go into the ocean, don't go above your waist.
Yeah.
Waist.
Oh, I'll go to like my shoulders.
Don't go over your waist. Do not do it. Don't do it. As long as I'm not going deep and seeing scary monster. Like, if I go to the beach and people want to get in the ocean, I will get in the ocean, but I will not go above my waist. Absolutely not. Will not do it. The thing is, that's enough water to, like, swim. That's enough water to swim. You only needed to go up to your waist. I mean, my waist is pretty tall, but, like, you can, like, swim. Because the thing is, when the water is at your waist, the waves are above that. Mm-hmm. The waves are above your head already. So if you go out further, that's bad. Haley says, riptides aren't even that bad. Like, you just don't panic and then you're fine. But that's not how it works. The problem is you do panic because you're like, something bad is happening. We have people die every year in Myrtle Beach from riptides. And, like, I get it. If you aren't, it's like growing up in Myrtle Beach, that was like a part of like education. Mm-hmm. It was like, hey, you live at the beach. You will be going to the beach, undoubtedly, because you live here. It will kill you. And then we're like, okay.
See, I grew up with swim lessons because my dad was on the swim team in high school.
Yeah.
So it was very important that Carly and I had swim lessons. And I grew up basically on Lake Winnebago.
Yeah.
Like, there were whole summers we went to the lake every day. And, like, we would inner tube, like, behind the boat.
Yeah.
And swim out. We wouldn't even, like, go to the beach. We'd just, like, jump in the water and swim. So, like, I'm totally comfortable in a lake, like a calm river.
Yeah.
But ocean terrifies me.
The ocean is just a wild thing, right? Thomas says, I've been pulled out by riptides a couple times. It was great to boogie board in. Boogie boarding is super fun. I never learned to surf because that wasn't really anything I was interested in. But ever since I was very young, I had a boogie board and take the boogie board out.
I just wanted to be Reggie in Rocket Power. Oh. But I never got to do any of those things.
I'm sorry. I basically lived in Rocket Power world.
I know you did.
Because we had, like, the pier.
The boardwalk and
the shoobies. Everyone was a shoobie, Mallory. Anyway. Riptides are scary. If you go to the beach, if you ever go into the ocean, please know the dangers of riptides and know how to deal with them.
Be near a lifeguard.
Yeah, that's the first thing. The first thing you can do to ensure your safety is, like,
swim where there's a lifeguard.
Swim where there's a lifeguard. There's not always a lifeguard.
They put flags up for how dangerous the water is.
Yeah.
They work like traffic lights. Green is, like, pretty good.
Yeah.
Red is bad. Maybe don't go above your waist.
Yeah.
Blue is, like, we've spotted jellyfish or, like, other dangerous sea creatures.
And that's not fun either.
No. I got stung by a jellyfish.
I got stung by a jellyfish, and that's bad. So, yeah. In conclusion, Steven's beach tips. When you go to the beach...
Don't. That's Steven's beach tips. Steven hates the sun, and the sand, and the water.
That's true. All those things are true. I do hate all of those things. I do like walking the beach.
Yeah.
Walking the beach is actually very relaxing, especially like in the early evening when it's not super hot. That's nice. And I will go to the beach if other people want to go to the beach. If other people are like, we want to go to the beach, I'm like, okay. And I will usually, like, sit under an umbrella and just chill. And if people are like, we want you to get in the water, I'll be like, okay. But I'm not going to get in over my waist. No thanks. Because if I'm in at my waist, I'm already having waves go over my head. It's already happening. And there's critters. There are critters.
Yep.
If you don't like...
Thomas grew up at the beach. The beach is my fave. Love that sand.
If you don't like the idea of standing in water that you can't see into and feeling things brush against your leg, the ocean may not be for you, because
knowing
that
that
is a thing that is going to happen.
They might be stingrays. They might be the tops of jellyfish. They might be something worse. It could also just be seaweed.
Like, it's just a thing, man. You're standing there and you're like, something touched me, and you can't see, the water's too murky, and you're just like, well.
Whenever we took someone new to the beach in Myrtle Beach, I taught them how to shuffle their feet when you walk.
Yeah.
To stir up any stingrays.
Yeah.
Noah says, it may be a Portuguese man-o-war. That's worse than jellyfish. There have been sharks. They have a few of them radio tagged, and they know when they're off the coast.
Like, the odds of there being sharks is
a lot less than jellyfish.
It's low.
Yeah.
And sharks aren't even super dangerous. Also, this is another tip that I guess I know, but not everybody knows. Like, don't swim under a pier. Mm-hmm. Do not do that.
Or where someone is fishing, because some
Yes.
people will fish. Like, they'll stand in the surf and fish.
I would
because they're baiting.
I would
things.
assume that would be obvious, but like, do not do that. For one, you could get hooked.
Yeah.
Which would be awful. Mm-hmm. But also, if they are trying to attract critters, that means that's where the critters are. So, you know.
There's been gators in Myrtle Beach in the ocean.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Mm-hmm. I don't want people to be, like, afraid of the ocean. Like, I'm not afraid of the ocean.
We just have a very healthy respect for it.
Yeah, just know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Just know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff in there. Anyway. We had 34 months from Master Wabbit and 56 months from Pete Cow. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, God. Haley says, I got stuck under a lake pier as a kid, but it's fine. I breathed through the holes in the deck until I got situated and swam out. My mom said she still has nightmares because I was gone for a long time. Oh! Don't love that.
My mom tells the story of being a little girl swimming in Lake Winnebago, because my family's, like, my grandparents' house was on the lake.
Yeah.
And, she said that she had something wrap around her leg in Lake Winnebago. And she freaked out and didn't know what it was, but she knew from school that it was kind of eel-like.
Yeah.
So she went and, like, looked it up in the encyclopedia, and she said she discovered it was a lamprey eel with the big circle mouth.
Yeah.
And she tried to tell her dad, and he didn't believe her. And then, like, 20 years later, it was like they're an invasive species through the Great Lakes into Lake Winnebago. So growing up, in the lake we spent all our time at, my mom's like, oh yeah, there was a lamprey eel on my leg as a child, and I just was terrified every time. But I still went in the water.
Fun. Emerald says, I'm legitimately more afraid of swimming in lakes than the ocean. I've studied the ocean, marine biologist. I don't trust lakes. I mean, I agree with that, but I didn't grow up around lakes because I grew up around the ocean. If we were going to swim, you were either pool or ocean.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lake. I mean, I guess there were lakes, but we didn't do lake.
There's a lot of rivers.
There are rivers.
Mm-hmm.
I went out with some people occasionally on a boat, and they like on a river, and then they would just like swim in the river, and I was like, I'll be in the boat. Lake has different problems. Lake has like brain-eating amoeba.
Yeah, when it doesn't get cold enough to freeze, that is a big problem.
Like, you know, I don't know that I would swim in a lake. Just get in a pool. Just get in a pool. Do you want a water? Just get in a pool. Just get in a pool. Just get in a pool. Humans, like, made pools. They're like, what if we want water, but, like, safer? Sterile, safe
Chlorine.
water. Noah says, what's the difference between a pool and a lake, really? The brain-eating amoeba, is the big one. That's the big one. That's the... Yeah, sterile.
Well...
Listen, everything's relative. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that. Mm-hmm. We had the water tested at one of the lakes in North Myrtle Beach, and they were like, yeah, there's brain-eating amoeba in this. And I was like, cool. Neat. I don't like lakes.
I mean, also when you live in the lowlands of South Carolina, there's gators. Because there was one time we walked around some lakes, and it was like, be on the lookout for a gator. There's been one spotted.
Yeah.
Because they'll just walk. Like, they'll get out of the water and walk to a new lake.
GA Studio says, I'll take the brain-eating amoeba over the snotty kid puking in the pool any day. I would not. I can wash off puke and snot. I don't know that I feel the exact same way. Yeah, I don't know. Gators aren't like a big deal because, like, I don't know. I'm aware of their existence. You can get a gator in a pool, but you will see it. Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm. You will notice it. You'll say, that's a gator. In the lake, they are a little harder to spot. It's already 10? Jesus.
Yeah.
How'd that happen? All right, let me tell you about things that are happening. Today, there's no other streams, so like you're free to you'll be after this class will be dismissed. Tomorrow at 8. Did we run beans? No? Shoot. Well, late beans. Tomorrow is the continuation of Zelda. And we finished, actually, the very end of the stream last week was us finishing Fish Temple.
Water Temple?
Yeah, Water Temple. Which means all of the temples are done. Mm-hmm. So now we're kind of in this weird spot where we're just, I guess, gonna shrine.
Or depths.
We'll probably need to do both.
There's still 2 areas we haven't gone to, and everyone's been like, Lurlin Village, man.
We still have
Sucks about Lurlin Village. Maybe you should go there.
Yeah, we have 2 areas of the map that we've never even went to.
Yeah.
So, like, we have stuff to do. Chasebook says, do you think you can beat the game by the end of this year? I would be very surprised if we can't. That would be very odd to me. Because, like, at this point, it's just shrines.
I mean, probably.
We have to do the exploration.
Know. They told us to go to Lookout.
Once we do the exploration of the other areas, then we've seen everything. And then at that point, we just have to get shrines. Night Owl says it's been 6 months. Game came out mid-May. So longer than 6 months. The only reason I know that it's longer than 6 months is because Starfield has been going on for nearly 6 months. Which is a long time. It's been going on for like a while. Is it 9 months? Is that how long that? Yeah, that's like 9 months. Closer to 9 months. So, yeah. Starfield's 6 months long. Zelda's 9 months long. And we'll see how much Zelda's left. Starfield's almost done. And I know that I've been saying that, but anyone that watched the stream yesterday is like, oh, wait, it really is almost done. Like, there's a chance next week will be the last Starfield stream. That's how close we are. Might be 2 weeks, but maybe just 1. So, yeah, that's almost done. And then I'll be starting something different. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I haven't figured it out yet. I gotta do that later. Other things to know before you go. If you weren't here on Tuesday, you may not know that there's a new Patreon video. Check that out if you are a patron. It's a good one. Talks about what's coming up soon. There's a big thing coming up soon. How behind does Stephen plays? I don't even think about it. Stephen plays just like, it's, you know, whenever. It's whatever. If people here's the thing, right? If people are watching on Stephen Plays, then they're it's in order for them, you know? If they want to go from Stephen Plays to live, like, that'll be a jump.
Yeah.
But if they really want to make that jump, they can. Like, they can watch the VOD channel or something. But I just figure if people are watching the Stephen Plays, they want to probably keep watching. Yeah, Slick Juke. They don't even know about Mario Kart. They will soon. Pikmin's almost over there. Okay, we got to end.
Has the vlog posted.
The vlog is posted. Go watch the vlog. It is a seriously good one. Really happy with how it turned out. Paul arrives. This is from early January. And I have the next one done as well. And that will get posted later today, depending on how much other stuff I get done today. So, yeah. Check it out. It is a seriously good one. The next one's really, really good. It took forever to cut. That might be out tonight. I don't know. All right, folks. That's it. Thank you so much for being here. Kind of dome. Like ocean dome?
Ocean Dome.
Yeah. Ocean Dome!